Hello everyone, welcome to KHA Homeopathy Study Group Pro Bono webinar. We provide excellency in educational purpose of holistic approach by conducting professional homeopathic webinars that provides continuing educational credits to practitioners following principles of classical homeopathy. This study group provides moral support and celebrates stage 4 cancer survivors. These webinars are for educational purpose only and see expert homeopath for treatment. We value and treasure human collective as our honorable base. We bring world-renowned homeopaths to our webinars. This is Kavitha Kokunur from Michigan, USA, President and CEO of Kavitha Holistic Approach. I am board certified homeopath and outreach coordinator of CHC PR committee, encouraging homeopaths to become CHC certified. I'm a member of Kevin Friendly Foundation, a non-profit organization that helps to serve poor people in greater needs in India. I thank KHA Homeopathy Study Group team for their continuous support. This webinar is moderated by KHA Executive Directors Dr. Sweta Singh, Dr. Deepak Sharma, and Professor Regina Rianelli. It is being recorded as we speak, and we are having some technical difficulty to live on Facebook, but we will try. In order to receive continuing educational certificate, you need to fill the JOT form, which is provided in chat. Today's topic is homeopathy for depression and psychological conditions. Also, the use of other modalities in the treatment, such as music, meditation, and mindfulness. Based on root cause, individualization, and totality of symptoms and law of stimulus, homeopathic remedies were given to address several psychological conditions. Today, we have great privilege to learn from our honorable guest speaker, Dr. Rajan Sankaran, world-renowned homeopath. No introduction is needed, but few words about him. He is internationally renowned as a clear thinker and is best known for his path-breaking concepts, especially his understanding of disease as delusion, his use of mind, symptoms, and dreams, his classification of remedy states into kingdoms, and his additions to the existing miasms. His popular concept, the sensation method, strongly advocates to encompass and integrate the old classical and traditional approaches with the latest advances. Dr. Sankaran heads the other song, International Academy of Advanced Homeopathy in Mumbai. This academy primarily focuses on imparting advanced clinical training to students and practitioners, integrated with the Homeopathic Healing Center. He is the president of Synergy. I'm so fortunate to meet him virtually at our recent JHC Global Summit conference, and in the past attended his webinars and online courses Wednesdays with Rajan. I love Vital Quest, the software which Dr. Paresh Vasani and Dr. Rajan Sankaran and his team built based on sensation method. I think I got this software in 2008, the first time when it got into the market. Thank you so much, sir, for your precious time. In spite of your busy schedule, you made it. And let us welcome Dr. Sankaran to our webinar. So please turn on your video and unmute. And again, this webinar will be for a very short time, 1 hour only. And Dr. Sankaran was so busy with all the webinars back to back. And thank you so much again for your precious time, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
So let us together, we will share certain ideas, observations, and more than this being a lecture, let us try and make it a experience for all of us, including for me. And therefore, I'm not giving you information in this talk, but rather some kind of a direct experience, because rather than to appeal to your intellect, So the topic is about depression or psychological conditions, which means anything. I mean, we are all having psychological conditions, and none of us is really completely healthy. We are all having our stresses, our emotions, and all of these things. So, first of all, we need to look within our own selves and see if we can heal ourselves first. So that this process of healing, we can kind of transmit, or we can help the patient also to heal. And how can we do that? So first we have to see what stress is and where it arises. And here is we have to look into ourselves and to see that. And at some point in our seeing, we will see that originally we think stress comes from the outside world. We think he causes it, she causes it. And you will think that the situation causes it, or the health causes, the economics cause it, the relationship causes. And then we try to blame the outside or solve the outside or change the outside or run away from the outside. But at some point, we have to be able to see that it's not the other thing that is causing it, but the effect of that on us, and how does our system perceive and react to that external situation. And then when you see that, you will see that in different situations, you yourself, I'm talking about you, have a certain pattern of experience and of reaction. So there could be fear, there could be grief, there could be anger, there could be all of these things. But there is a pattern. And this pattern is, first of all, an emotional pattern. Some people get angry, angry, angry. Some people feel sad, sad, sad. Some are afraid, 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 anxious, anxious, anxious. So there is a certain emotional pattern. And beneath that emotional pattern, there is a imagination pattern. That means it is, you are afraid of something because you imagine that it is dangerous. You are angry with something because you imagine that that thing has hurt you or offended you. You are disappointed with something because in your imagination you expected something else and it turned out to be something else. So beneath this pattern of emotion, there is a pattern of imagination or perception. And when you take it one level deeper than that, there is a level of deep inner experience. So let's say you are afraid of a cockroach, there's a fear. And in your imagination, this cockroach can hurt you, it can cause harm to you, you see. That's why you're afraid, because the fear comes from that imagination. But when you go deeper to that imagination, that is going to come and it's going to approach you and it's going to hurt you. This, there is a pattern of experience, even deeper than imagination. And this experience, this pattern of experience is completely your own. It's not coming from the cockroach. It's coming from you. And this not only is caused by the cockroach, but it's also caused by the policeman. You drive a car and there's a policeman. It's caused by anything. So there is a pattern of emotion. Beneath, there's a pattern of perception or imagination. And beneath that, there is a pattern of sensation or experience. And all of these are your own pattern. It's not coming from the outside world. The outside world excites it. The cockroach excites it. The policeman excites it. But they didn't cause it. They didn't create it. It's already inside you. And it is this pattern which is indwelling in you that is the cause of stress, not the outside. If this pattern was not there, the cockroach or the policeman or the mother-in-law or whoever is not causing stress for you. Nobody can. It's because of this inbuilt individual pattern, which is your own individual pattern, that you are feeling the stress. And you are having depression, and you are having anxiety, and you are having these anxiety and depression, and all are only labels. They have no value, no meaning, because they are just outside labels. What has a meaning is this pattern. And this inner pattern is what really needs to be healed. And how can you heal it? You can heal it by several possibilities. The first possibility is, of course, the homeopathic matching remedy, the remedy that matches this deep inner pattern. You see? So you can practice homeopathy also at many, many levels. You can practice homeopathy at a physical level, pathological level, at an emotional level. Oh, he has grief, so I will give Ignatia, that level also. Or he is afraid of the dark, I will give him stramonium. You can practice this level also. But if you really want to have deep healing, of course, these remedies will help as well, but they will not help for too long, because they are remedies for the moment, not the remedies for the person. If you want deep healing, you will have to explore the deep inner pattern that exists and match at that level. I can give you a small case illustration that I just saw this morning, so it is fresh in my mind. So this patient is about 40-year-old male patient with severe bladder problems. Terrible burning, he says. Terrible burning. Burning before urine, during the urine, pricking, smarting, frequent urine. 50 times at night he has to get up for urination. There is blood in the urine, there is hematuria. And he says, my life is an absolute terrible condition, you see. Now, if you put all the symptoms of him, this burning, etc., one remedy that will be indicated is cantharis. And the homeopathic doctor who referred him to me had already given him cantharis with not too much of a result. So therefore, one has to look much deeper. So the question I asked him is, what do you feel? How do you experience this problem? And he says, it completely restricts my life and I feel helpless. This is very interesting, you see, what he said, because every person who tells you about his problem will tell something else. Somebody could say it is hell, I cannot bear it, it's too much. Somebody could say, I'm very afraid that it's going to kill me, that something terrible is happening to me. It could be cancer, I don't know. So each one will react according to his inner pattern. So one of the best questions to ask in a homeopathic case taking is, how does this illness affect you? This is very important. It will lead you straight to the individuality of the person. So he said himself, it restricts me and I feel helpless. So the next question I asked him is, very good. You said it restricts you. So can you now disconnect from this bladder problem, urine problem, even from yourself, and just describe the word it restricts or restriction? What is this? Unrelated to the urine, unrelated to you also. Because your experience is restriction. What is restriction? So this is a very good way of asking the question. Take the experience out of the context. Say, what is restriction? And he says, restriction means there is no freedom. What is freedom then? He says freedom, and then he shows his hand. Freedom is expansion. And what the opposite said, it's like this. It is heavy, it is closed, it is dark. And the opposite is expand, explore, go out, experience, feel. So now we know why cantharis did not work. Because cantharis had the local symptoms. But it did not have his innermost experience, which is closed, heavy, dark, and the opposite, light, free, expansive, exploratory. This is the exact experience or the sensation of the family to which cannabis indica belongs. The family is called Hemamelidae. The group is called Hemamelidae, not the family. So this group, Hemamelidae, has this exact sensation. And the remedy cannabis indica itself has a lot of urinary burning and symptoms that he had. So that's the remedy he received, and he's feeling better with this. So therefore, homeopathy has to be practiced at that deep level of the recognition of the inner pattern of sensation or experience. And you have to match that with the group of the remedy, whether it is animal, mineral, plant, and if it is a plant, whether it is a monocot, dicot, whether it is a first subclass, second subclass, or third, or fourth, or fifth, or sixth. And everything is beautifully, beautifully defined in the kingdom theory. And this helps us to locate where the remedy is. If you want to learn more about this, there are webinars on subclass and superclass that I have given, and you could learn from that. So the one way of healing is to give the appropriate homeopathic remedy that matches this innermost pattern of ours, of experience, that causes all the stress, all the depression, all the psychological problem. Its root is this inner pattern of experience. In homeopathy, we don't believe that any condition is psychosomatic. That means we don't believe that depression causes problems or anxiety causes problems. No, we don't believe this. We believe that anxiety itself is an expression of the disease as much as any physical issue. So we don't believe in psychosomatic or somatopsychic issues, or mind is the cause of the problem. No, no, no. Mind is an expression of the same inner pattern that also expresses in the body. So we look at mind and body as one totality. In fact, the sensation is the common denominator of both mind and body. So when you say my experience is, so this is mind or body? It's both. When you say I feel heavy, you could mean mind and body. When you say I feel light, it is both mind and body. So sensation is at that level where the mind and body express in the same language. That is why this sensation idea is at the root of homeopathy. If you want to learn more about sensation idea, there are books on the subject and seminars on the subject. My Wednesdays with Rajan 1, 2, and 3 online webinars and books like Sensation in Homeopathy deal with this subject. Now, let's take it a little bit further. We say that giving the matching homeopathic remedy is one way of healing this problem of this deep inner pattern that causes all our stress and all our diseases also. What are the other possible methods to do this? You see, we can explore other methods. One of them is music. What do you mean by this? So, music, I study Indian classical music, for many years now. And it is a system that consists of melodies which are called ragas. Each raga is a harmonic melody with certain notes. It's sung in a particular sequence. So what we discovered was that each raga, it induces a certain state or an experience in healthy volunteers. Like a proving, like how you prove a remedy, you can do a proving of a raga. And when we do that kind of proving and we list all of those effects of a specific raga on a group of provers, listeners of this raga, they write down exactly what happens to them, and we understand the effect of that raga, then you can use that information in the healing process. So if you find somebody with a similar pattern that the raga could produce, it can heal based on the same law of homeopathy. So therefore, I led a proving of 25 different ragas, and now we have collated all the information, and I am about to create an app based on this, where a person will write down, what his main emotions, sensations, imaginations are in that thing, and by an algorithm that is built in the app, it will choose this, the appropriate raga, and it will play it to him. This can be a healing agent also. If you are interested in this, you can write to me and I can send you more information about it, about the ragas and about the app. If we are about to create it, it's not yet done. But in order that we get a practical experience, I would suggest that I could sing you one raga right now. And what you can do is you can, first of all, stop your cell phones and put it off and all of that, so that you're not interrupted. And just allow the sound to go into you. No, don't think, don't use your logical mind. Just allow yourself to experience whatever there is, mind or body. And after that, I will request a few of you to share in few words only, just 3-4 words. What was your main experience? Let's see what happens. It's an experiment. But it is very possible that if you do it sincerely, you will experience something that you might not have experienced before. Let's see. Don't listen to your ear or your mind, but just through your inner experience. Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, sa ni da ba, ma ga re 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 sa, sa ni da ni sa re ga re re ga ga re re sa. De re 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 de re 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 na de re re na 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 re de re 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 na re de re na re na 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 de re 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 na de re na 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 na de na de re 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 na na de re 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 na de na de de re re na de re na de re 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 na de re de re 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 na de re 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 na de re 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 na de re de re 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 na de re na de re 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 na de re na de re 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 na de re na. Would some of you like to share with our moderators in a few words only, 2 words, 3 words, your innermost experience, especially at a physical level or at a deeper level? And can the moderators, can you read those out so that all of us can hear?
Very nice, sir. It is very pleasant. And Dr. Sweta, please go ahead.
Please read some of the responses if you are getting some.
Sir, there is one question from Dr. Suvarna. Once we find a remedy at sensation level, will the person remain in the same remedy throughout his life? What does this different states of mind indicate where remedy keep changing depending on the state of mind? Please explain.
Yes, we will do that, but we are now focused a little bit on the music and what was the experience of it. Okay. Is there any response in this direction?
Yes, we have many. I think there are hundreds of messages, Dr. Shankaran. Felt
That is good.
light
I like
and
hundreds of messages, but read a few.
okay, go, Sweta, go ahead.
There are some responses like the people, Dr. Mega feel light, want to dance, and one more response is about feeling light. One question: how could we control our soul and mind with this music? Dr. Rama said, inside I felt wave-like pattern, peaceful, felt on verge of tears and my throat choked up and stomach queasy. Dr. Regina ma'am said sacred and unconditional love vibe. Dr. Meenu, Dr. Anita said floating on the sea so far, felt light. And Dr. Vinodini asked, sir, is it Raga Sindhu Bhairavi? Nauseous, crying, deep peace, peaceful, tears rolling out. Rag Malar brings on rain, so if can affect the climate, why not humans? We have a lot of responses. Very soothing and relaxing, very pleasant. Feels light and pleasant, peaceful.
Okay, good.
Floating on the sea. Yeah.
So many of you had some experiences at an emotional level. You had an experience at a physical level, light, floating, etc. Tears coming out. Very nice. You see how deep the effect of music can be. And I just sang to you for less than 5 minutes. You know, can you imagine hearing this for 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, and allowing it to go inside you without asking questions? You know, is it this raga, that raga? Should it do this? Should it? No, no. Listen not from your mind, but from your deeper experience. And then you'll be able to start to feel things inside you without logic. The main important word in homeopathy and in healing is without logic, without reason. You see, the moment logic comes in, then reality is lost. Because logic says it should be like this or should not be like this. But reality is, it is what it is. So the whole premise of homeopathy is the premise of experience, not the premise of logic. This is what really has to sink very deep into you. If you understand this, you are, you are a real homeopath. If you don't understand this, you are not a homeopath. And what do you have to understand? That the truth is what you experience. This is the truth, not what you should experience or what should be or what should not be or how it should be, how it should not be, which category does it fit in, which raga it is. This is not truth. This is label. Depression is a label. It's not the truth. The truth is what you experience. And the deeper and the finer you are able to experience it, healing will be that deep. Just the awareness of your own experience is itself a process of healing. So when you take a case of the patient, you don't ask him why you are angry or, what is the logic behind your anger? What is the reason for your anger? You ask him, how is the experience of anger for you? And that is the truth for the patient, not what is logical. For him, the experience of anger may be, that's okay, it's no problem. It doesn't have to fit your logic. It has to be his experience. which is the truth for him. And once you get there, then you have to see what matches, whether it's the right remedy or the right music or the right therapy also. Counseling also can be a simillimum, a homeopathic. There are many methodologies, not only the remedy. You have music, you have counseling, and you have so many things. I want to introduce you to two more things and then we will stop today. The first thing what I want to introduce you is to wise process. Wise means witnessing the inner song experience. So what we do in this wise, we have created a lot of wise processes, you see, and I'm just finalizing my book called The Use of Wise Process in Homeopathic Case Taking. The book is called From Shadow to Light, and I think it will be out within 1 month. But what it talks about is many organically, originally developed processes which help us to go beyond the logic, beyond the reasoning, into the experience. Because this is the biggest barrier. Our mind is the biggest barrier. So how to cross that? So what we do, for example, I'm telling you one process which you can do right now. You see, normally we show them pictures. We show one picture, one photograph, and we say, just imagine that you are, who is this person? What is happening to this person? Like that, we show but I will do one process right now here, and that is known as posture. What you have to do now, watch carefully what I'm doing. What you have to do is to adopt a posture. I'll show you the posture, you adopt it. Not now, I'll show it to you. And after you adopt this posture, close your eyes and let your imagination go wild. And you imagine in which imaginary situation you are in which you have taken this posture. What is happening? What's the scenario around you for which you have taken this posture? And let it play out like a movie or like a drama. You see, like a movie is better. And as you are in that situation in the movie, start to experience what is happening within you. Okay? So all of you can just look at me and take this posture. Just do that. And while you're in this posture with your eyes closed, just imagine in any time period, maybe 1,000 years before, 1,000 years after, maybe in India, in Africa, on the moon, doesn't matter where you are, when you are, what you are. You can be somebody else also, no problem. But just imagine what is happening to be in this posture. Imagine the whole scenario. And while you imagine the scenario, start to focus on your inner experience to be in this scenario. And just describe this experience of yours in 3 or 4 words only. Just describe that experience and write it and send it on the chat to the moderator so that they can read it out. Just put 3 words or 4 words about this experience. And as you get those things, please read it out. Dr. Shweta.
Getting focused and prepared to make a high dive. Great feeling.
Go on, there may be many
Feel
more.
like walking in space, restrictive, strange and deep feeling in the chest, surrendering to the higher force, deep forest, being safe, crying, scared, I'll frighten them, someone closed with am I unhappy, dance, fear, confusion, seem, feel like in space, in stars, calm, table, hiding in the forest, feeling heavy on my head, wandering near water and mountain, closing oneself to go more deeper, concentrated to third eye, feeling scared, isolating myself, protecting oneself from outer hazards.
So yes. So you can see now with this process how your inner core pattern. So each one, whatever you have written is your inner pattern. It has nothing to do with this posture. As you can see, everybody had his own experience. So this is one of the ways in which we can, bypass the logic and get into the inner experience of the patient. And this process is very useful in homeopathic case taking as well as in healing. We use this a lot in healing workshops. We do a lot of healing workshops. If you want to know more about it, then you have to go to the website www.sampoornamhealing.com. It's SAMPOORNAM healing, one word.com. So we do a lot of workshops, retreats, where we use these wise process. This is one wise process. We have about 25 of these wise processes that we use. And you can use it in practice with great benefit. But for that, you need to read about it through the book and get some training. It's not so easy to do it at first go. So this is another way which I'm trying to teach you how to heal your pattern, how to go deeper, etc. And finally, before we finish, I want to speak a little bit about meditation, because this is also one very, very important healing tool that we can do on for ourselves, and we can help the patients also. And many times in my clinic, I sit and meditate with the patient. It also gives me an excuse to meditate also, right? So instead of speaking about meditation, it is better that we take a few minutes and we do it right now, like we did the other things. And how we do it? So let us take a comfortable position and make sure that the cell phones are switched off, otherwise no use. And we just close our eyes. If you do this very sincerely, you will benefit a lot. And through you, your patients will benefit a lot. So you gently close your eyes and you start to become aware of three things. In fact, of three layers or three levels. The first level is the outer world. So you know around you the world is there, things are happening in it. Coronavirus is going on, economy is going down, politics is happening, relationships are there, houses are there, atmosphere is there, newspapers, movies, gossip, everything is there. Like a circus, the outside world is a circus. It's all going on. Can you see that through your mind's eye? Just watch, observe. Don't react, don't judge, don't think about it. Just become aware that there is an outer world around you. You can feel the temperature on you, you can feel the wind on you or not. The chair or wherever you're sitting, you can experience something outside of you. Just become a watcher and observer, not a judge, but just a witness. Then become aware of your inner world, your mind and body. So your body is there, your arms, legs, abdomen, trunk, chest, neck, head, eyes, mouth, nose, breathing, respiration, heart, stomach, intestines, and the mind, thoughts in the mind, emotions. You see? Thoughts, emotions, memories, beliefs, concepts, identity, plans, fears, anger, grief, happiness, expectation, all this going on inside your mind. And in your body, breathing, digestion, heartbeat. Become aware of this inner world. Outer world, inner world. Just watch it, watch it, watch it. No judgment. Just what is there, just watch it. Thoughts coming and going, breath coming and going. Now slowly understand that there must be somebody who is watching this outer world and the inner world. The one who is watching is not in the outer world because he is watching it. And he cannot be in the inner world also because he is watching it. He is the witness of it. So now, from the outer world to the inner world, can we travel deeper to the witness of all of this, the one who is watching. He is not the thought, he is not the body, because he is looking at the body, he is looking at the thought, he is looking at the memory. Who is this witness? Who is the one who is watching? It's not even your name, because even your name is something you can watch. And all that you can watch can change. Thoughts change, names change, memories change, emotions change, outer reality changes. But this witness does not change. He was the same when you were a child, he was the same when you are middle-aged, adult, old age. He's watching the body change, but he does not change. Who is it? There is no answer to this question. But by asking this question, we come to a place which is called presence, being, isness. It has no quality. It has no personhood. It has no identity or individuality. It is just there. It is still. It is quiet. It is peaceful. It is just there. It was always there. It always will be there, even when your body is gone. Can you experience it? Can you stay in this? Can you abide in this instead of abiding in the outer world or the inner world? Now let your eyes slowly open, reorient yourself to the current reality, to the world around you, and come back slowly, slowly, slowly. And whatever your experience in this moment, if you can put in 2 or 3 words and write it to the moderator so Dr. Shweta can read it out. Right in this moment, what is your experience? How does it feel?
Dr. Ashok Madan wrote, it is the so-called Atma is watching the inner and outer world, you so-called. Peaceful, want to be there. Inner peace, peace, calm observer. I felt very peaceful. Soul connection, totally calm. Enjoy the experience, but hard to maintain. Happy and peaceful.
Good.
Deep silence.
Fine, that is good enough. So this is our true state. This peacefulness is our original true state. All the other layers come on top of that. So when we discount all of that, we can come back to the state of peacefulness. This you must cultivate by practice and teach it to your patient, because this will help a lot in healing. So these are the various things I wanted to share with you about homeopathy, about mindfulness, about music, about meditation, and I'm sure there are a lot of questions. but I'm not sure that I want to answer any of them at the moment because they are addressing your head, from your mind. Try to absorb what I gave you. If you still have questions after some time, you're most welcome. I can give you my email. You can write info@sankaransclinic.com. SANKARANS clinic.com. You're most welcome to send any queries there, or you can visit any of my websites, which is sankaransclinic.com, theothersong.com, synergyhomeopathic.com, the Hope website, hope@synergyhomeopathic.com. So you can visit any of these websites because these are all the tools that I use. For my books, it is onlinehmp.com. HMP, onlinehmp.com. HMP is Homeopathic Medical Publishers. There you will get also details of all my courses, online courses such as Wednesdays with Rajan 1, 2, and 3, and the subclass and superclass course, which is the latest one. And all my books are there. The other song is the place where we give clinical training, and it's a temple of learning, and you can look at the website and see what possibilities exist. Synergy Homeopathic is the software, Synergy Homeopathic software, which I use and which most of the teachers of homeopathy use. And it's our lifeline to homeopathic practice. And it's come out in a new version now, which is beautiful. You can have a look at that. So these are the resources you can look at. On the YouTube, there are at least 10 of my meditation videos that are available for free. You can happily use it. If you want to know more about whys, there is a book called Sankaran's Device with all the pictures that I use. It is available on the HMP website. And the new book that will come out, Shadow to Light, the wise process in homeopathic case taking. And if you want to you want us to send you information about future courses, etc., you can always write to Other Song or to info@sankaransclinic.com, and we'll put you on our mailing list. So thank you to Dr. Kavitha and her team. And they are doing amazing work of bringing good homeopaths within the reach of all of you. And I wish them all the best, and for this very, very important role that they are playing. And I wish them success, continued success with cooperation of all of you. So goodbye and good wishes.
Thank you so much, sir, for your precious time and sharing your knowledge. And it was beautiful learning homeopathy, music, meditation, and we had so much thing we have learned today. And many people, there are several questions, but we will answer them next time when you come. And Professor Regina, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, it was a wonderful webinar. Thank you, Dr. Sankaran. And the vivid meditation and the raga was truly God's presence in our life. Thank you for that. Your inner richness poured on us, your wisdom, which is priceless. Thank you. I would also encourage the ones that are not yet in the KHA family, please follow our social media in the YouTube, in the LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And receiving the continuing educational credits, we have a jot form in the chat. And for those who are watching live on Facebook, they can email us to kstudygroup@gmail.com. We have KHA webinar on October 4th on Demystifying Good Death by Dr. K. Ganapathy. He's a neurosurgeon. He was past president, Telemedicine Society of India and Neurological Society of India. And I thank KHA Homeopathy Study Group team for the continuous support. There are many people who have joined today. The group team like Dr. Deepa, Dr. Nasimha, Dr. Poonam, Dr. Stravani, Dr. Nupur, and many more. And before when, Dr. Sweta, would you like to say anything?
Thank you, Dr. Sankaran, for this amazing webinar. It is so relaxing and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And thanks to all the viewers for joining us. Please subscribe our YouTube channel with the name of Kavitha Kukunur to watch all the previous webinars and this one also. And please fill the Google form which I shared in the chat and you will receive your certificate within a week. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again, Dr. Shankaran. So it was very nice. And we wish you to come again to our webinars. Stay tuned to all our future webinars for more information. You can email us. And until then, stay healthy and happy. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.